You know what I'm saying? So we gonna just think about it. The Bay Area, Northern California music scene in comparison to everywhere else in the rap scene. The Midwest did beat California several years ago. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think it started like, like with Nelly and all of them type of rappers was coming up, right? Then like Northern California had its chance, I think, mostly when Mac Dre was alive. And after that, it kind of fizzled out. Um, Now you have like Livewire in that era that had a chance to kind of blow up the Jacka, rappers of that genre. But I feel like when Mac Dre passed away, bruh, and I always bring it back to Mac Dre. Mac Dre was bringing Northern California music and specifically Bay Area music to the forefront of other places. So ever since then, right, Northern California really ain't been popping. So you had Mozzie come out, right? And Mozzie was for the forefront of Northern California music, but Mozzie don't make he don't make music for the clubs. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, he don't make music for the clubs. He don't make music that you really gonna bump inside a club. And that's what has a music scene popping. You look at down south, most of the music that get played in strip clubs, dance clubs. You know what I'm saying? Lamar biggest song to date was Not Like Us, which is a club song. Like you see what I'm saying? So before that, he had the song with Drake, I think, Drinks or whatever. But Kendrick Lamar been hard. But if you don't transition to the mass public, can they play it at a concert? Can they play it at a football game? Can they play it in certain venues that have a big audience besides just regular, uh, everyday fans? So the question was, did funk mess up Northern California's hip hop scene? And for me, I would say a lot of it has, bruh, because one thing everybody's sticking to a certain genre of music that was sellable for a little smooth minute. Drill been sell. I think like drill music only really been popping really when King Von came through. Otherwise, it was popping lightweight, but Dirk wasn't doing no drill music until King Von. So you gotta figure that it had its underground genre for a long period of time. People listened to it, but it wasn't going commercial, and everybody fed into the be. And it happened during like the lockdown, bro. The lockdown, everybody started listening to that, and it became popular around that time. And then all the rappers, mainstream, a lot of Bay Area rappers, gravitated to that genre of music. And what it did is it just caused problems for rappers, like it did all over. It caused a phenomenon of problems for rappers in living, you know what I'm saying, and being comfortable. And that's mainly what even LA rappers started doing, Southern California rappers started doing. They started just going with more like the beef, uh, representing, you know what I'm saying, your hood or whatever. This, whatever, however you want to categorize it, though, right? But it to me, like, music is marketing too. Well, you can only market it really to people of that nature. So you really take it out of like the commercial, unless you got like when Dirk dropped something or someone that rap like that, they got a lot of money behind promotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so if it's from the media, the blogging sites and the vlog sites and stuff like that, to putting it in an algorithm that you're gonna see that they drop some music. So if you just like a regular somebody, bruh, and you got hella talent. But a lot of times, bruh, people be trying to feed the image of what's selling, right? But it ain't really selling. You know what I'm saying? You got to be really hard. And a lot of times when you see out of the state artists get popping, it really ain't no drill music, bruh. Unless they come out with like a Dirk or some Dirk gotta drop. You gotta drop with Dirk or you gotta drop with somebody that's popping in that genre. But for the average person that's popping, you don't really get it popping unless like your name was already like ringing bells in the streets, and it gotta be like a lot to that formula. Like, you know what I'm saying? People already have to know you for that around your circumference, and you got it to be popular in that area for that. So like, but a lot of times, 40,000 views back in it back 10 years ago, 40,000 views was good for someone on the internet because they had other ways to sell their music. But when the internet is predominantly the only place you're gonna sell your music through streams and through YouTube, and because it's gonna get you other little internet revenue through maybe doing interviews or whatever the case may be. Um, you're gonna have to have a good internet persona. But if you ain't get like the Northern California, you got a name like where they going to do interviews. I seen Rico Too Smooth and bands from the Rose do an interview, but there'd be a lot of people that could do interviews throughout the music cycle, Real Tunes and Say Cheese and all of that. But you don't really see that in Northern California, really, with California artists in general. And it's really the genre of music y'all doing, and then it ain't really popular outside of certain pockets of California, really. You know what I'm saying? Or the West Coast, maybe Washington or something, but you really ain't making no motion in the other places because we ain't catching on to. And if that's our identity, I think, okay, music is an identity. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the identity and the culture of the area. And maybe that's the culture. Maybe that's today culture. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody tripping, but then like growing up, everybody was outside because there really wasn't no internet. Like, just a few years back, you know what I'm saying? There wasn't no internet to be inside the house talking shit. You had to be outside talking shit. You know what I mean? And and there was more people doing shit. Like, even when you see the music videos, man, you go over there, ain't nobody outside like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So the internet and the way people feel like they gotta sell their music, and they don't even sell in Northern California. So like, who, I don't know who to blame is, but that it just ain't really popping like that. Name a real popping artist that got the trajectory right now, that's coming up, that ain't already made a name, that's popping right now. Like, that's like a Briss or like a Mozzie or like a Filthy Rich had to get it the hard way, so they laugh. So they carry weight where they, if they drop some, Lil Pete always do real good numbers. You know what I'm saying? Yada do decent numbers, but he incarcerated. Uh, what's bruh name? He kind of got like backpacking music. He do okay, but a lot of artists ain't really doing much, bruh. And I be like, how to get it popping? That's the question. How to get it popping without like, everybody getting indicted. You know what I mean? Everybody getting arrested for what they say. So how do we get the scene popping? Because the last time I seen the scene popping was probably Livewire. Livewire and One Mob almost had it popping, but it seemed like today, day and age, it ain't gonna get popping, bruh. Ain't no young niggas or even just music heads in general coming together and creating a scene, creating a vibe out here. You know what I'm saying? Before Mac Dre had the hyphy movement, it wasn't that type of vibe. He created that vibe and that atmosphere. So somebody that got the juice got it created. You would think like somebody like Burner probably just too busy and too got too much bread to really care about just getting a scene popping in Northern California. But it gotta be a dope scene, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but it's, you know, the culture has shifted, so it got to be some young, some young and new. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, y'all got the little racing scene out here. Somebody got to make that hard, the little drag racing, and y'all turning up and having fun. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to turn it up that way or something. Like, it got to be something dope and something new to the outside world. You know what I'm saying? What we do out here, but you know, everybody be too tough. So that's what I really be seeing is a lot of just, what's up with you, man? You know what I'm saying? Shout out, Manny. You know what I'm saying? Manny Tez, man, coming out of the 401 and 209. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So shout out, bruh. But there really ain't no scene out here, bruh. So I'm throwing it out there. I'm a little too, you know what I'm saying? It's for the young men to come out and do something dope that they get them popping and getting eyes on Northern California. I thought Briss, he was young enough to, and he had like a style that could have been on some club stuff that would have got Northern California popping. It take artists like that, like one or two artists, and then everybody to catch on for a general area to get popping. It's just how music work, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, then it become a style or something like that. Like, Atlanta had crunk at first. Now they got this new stuff, so they had to reinvent themselves twice, bruh. You know, you got mostly all the rappers though drill throughout everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I just say like the Bay Area ain't really had a new star come out. Like, I think RBE and SOB kind of dropped the ball a little bit. They had a big wave going on throughout that they could have got some popping past the point of, you know, and it usually be like that. It'd be like a group that get popping and then everybody start arguing. That was what was so dope about Mac Dre era, that you never seen that type of arguing or nothing like that until after the fact, bro, until bro passed away. So, but he had like all of Northern California on lock, bro. So I'm just waiting for some type of entity or something like that to get it popping like that again, bro. So that Northern Californian artists can be, they only thousandaires right now. They only can make a couple of thousand off of they music rather than a couple of million. You know what I'm saying? And everybody can kind of eat the bloggers, the media sites. There ain't no connection down here whatsoever, bro. With the artists, the culture, it's a bunch of different stuff going on, but mostly it's all drill. Everybody, and then everybody that's really kind of popping coming out of Stockton, for with numbers wise, based upon they got the EBK camp out there, and everybody was intrigued with them. But it gotta kind of be more than that too. You know what I'm saying? Look, you know, people be passing away through all that type of music, and you know how long is the artist gonna live for the music to keep living? You know what I'm saying? Briss would have probably already had like a few good tracks. He might have already had traction going on in Northern California based upon he had catchy music. You know what I'm saying? He had music that people, you know what I'm saying? He had his own dance. You know what I'm saying? That was like some Mac Dre shit. He had his own dance, the tricky dance moves. Mac Dre had the Furley Ghost. You know what I'm saying? You know, so those type of things matter. And then people is gonna pick up on them. You've seen people TikToking with them. So I know I'm kind of talking a little dry. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm high, I'm high as hell. But you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is that music you gotta be entertaining, like if you went to a football game, everybody doing the tricky dance moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain shit that get artists popping and get that region popping. But if everybody keep unaliving the talent, then Northern California gonna die off with the artists, bruh. Because ain't nobody getting enough traction to keep it popping or to build a culture out here that's gonna have everybody wanting to listen to the music and listen to the culture. And if the culture is somebody else's culture, then You know what I'm saying? And what you know what I'm saying? So we gotta create an identity out here that people that's marketable, that people gonna like. But it take hey, if I ain't nobody, right? If I ain't nobody and what I say only gonna reach a few ears, right? But somebody that got some juice know how to use it rather than they kind of drop the ball some which way at a certain point, and people ain't really gravitating to them. Maybe it's arrogance and not enough good music. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be good music, and you gotta use the instruments around you. How you funking with everybody? If everybody funking, you might have a beat that's will be dope with these two artists on there, but they can't do music together. And you like, okay, if I did this with this, it's like you gotta be able to network and be able to do all of that, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta be approachable. You know what I'm saying? And everybody ain't approachable, but then come to find out, once they get the money, that's when they're approachable. And then everybody lighten up. But even if you ain't a lighthearted person, right? You gotta be able to go into places where you might not be comfortable and be able to be comfortable, so you can create a vibe with somebody. You go, I went to Oakland, bro. I ain't really from Oakland. I don't really know hella people from Oakland. But when I went to go work at a studio out there, I had to just get in where I fit in, bruh, and try to make it work so that opportunity could present itself. You know what I'm saying? So, no matter what, bro, you gotta go for what you know. You know what I'm saying? And California music scene to pick up, let somebody pick up the ball, bro. Some of these big artists, big Northern California artists, gotta if we ever gonna get it popping, they gotta figure out how to network with people outside of Northern California, but also bring the pieces together. When you see like new young artists that got good talent, put them in position, even if you ain't, even if it ain't gonna benefit you financially, because. Somebody like Mr. Fab gonna hit you for 3,500. Yes, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. He gonna hit you for 3,500. You might not have 3,500, but Mr. Fab connected with a lot of entities. So say if you did have a good song, or you know what I'm saying, that you could put Mr. Fab on, or even Mr. Fab connect you with somebody that maybe you needed to be connected with, bruh. But it's gonna cost you 3,500. You know what I'm saying? Rather than keeping it really rocking for I wonder if Mac Dre charged Mr. Fab at first, or did he just, bro? Come on, duh, 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 duh. You know what I'm saying? Like, so artists as such, maybe not Mr. Fab particularly, but just artists that got a name, uh, gotta look out for themselves, because it's gonna keep them popping. If they get a little, and you the person that found them, then you the Gucci man of the area. You know what I'm saying? He found the Migos and all of that, and I'm pretty sure he didn't probably make a money off of them initially. He probably spent a little bit of money trying to, all right, let me go send them to this studio. Da, 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 da. So you got to think like that if you want to, you know what I'm saying? And you got to look for talent. You can't just look for people in the hood, like your hood, because that might not be where the talent come from, bro. It might be uh, somebody in just a little city, bro, that got hella talent, but they ain't being marketed right. Everybody think they got to kill everybody in their songs for them, or unalive everybody in their songs for them to really get any recognition. So, it just got to be somebody with the whole package, bro. Kendrick Lamar ain't, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Somebody that got talent, but got swag, that got all of the above, and that could move, you know what I'm saying, the room. But, it it's definitely gonna take, like growing up, I had like Richie Rich to look up to, E40 as far as musicianal. Mac Dre, Keep the Sneak, Three Times Crazy was hard. You had like, I would say Brother Lynch, but his style is hard. So I'm gonna say not, maybe not the persona. I never really liked it that, but the style was hard. You had T Nutty and like just a bunch of artists, Ryder J. Clyde, from all different little pockets of California that you could kind of like, you know what I'm saying, get a look. And it was never Messy Marv. It was never like they was really tripping on each other in front of the camera, bruh, or in front of the audience. You know what I'm saying? Greetings from Russia. Shout out, man. Shout out Russia, man. I didn't know we had people in Russia watching, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Rap, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, see, we got people from Russia that want to see what Northern California about. But ain't nobody putting it out there like that. Everybody too tough. So it keep, you know, if I can't, cause you gotta think about this. If I can't do certain stuff on here as a blogger, or it's gonna shadow ban me, some of y'all music gonna get you shadow banned too, based upon, you know, they can't really push it outside of where they could push it at. They gonna only put you as far as they could put you at. But if you got something popping, and you know, like if you got like a swagger to it, you know, like I'm gonna tell you, like, and it might be the wackest artist, like it might be like an artist that you like. Well, why would you? Why would I care what they said? But I'm gonna tell you, um, Nicki Minaj said you gotta look at music is, you know, part reality and part theater. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of, you know what I'm saying? You kind of gotta, you got you. So an image, if you're gonna have an image and you're gonna create an image, and if you say if you create an image and it's drill, but you not like that, you only putting yourself in such a bad predicament because you gonna get tested. So you could create a different image where you still, you know what I'm saying, but make it a little bit more marketable, make it a little bit more commercial for people to like it. That's what a lot of down south Atlanta rappers do, or people that go to Atlanta trying to get on, bro. They from little town Iowa, and they pick up on they copy they grammar or they accent, and then they throw some, you know what I'm saying, some melody type of catch. That's what a lot of rappers do. And you be thinking all day, nah, bro, it's a business. So if you really want to be an entertainer, be an entertainer, even if it is some street stuff, you know what I'm saying? Make it entertaining where it's less criminal and more entertaining for the audience, bro, more sellable for people always go, well, when a label offer me the correct money, they looking at what they invested in, though. They like, all we can sell is this. So if you got more to sell, then you gonna win better. So you know what I'm saying? Pick up a cell phone, do some blogging, talk about yourself. I don't even know why the rappers, they got all these subscribers on their channels. They be having 60, 70,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, but they only use it for music. They don't ever get on there and blog and chop it up with their audience. So at the same time, YouTube work like this. The more content you put out, the more YouTube gonna rock with you. So if any artist is on here watching that's bigger than, you know what I'm saying, uh, get on there and put your face on there, talk, say something, tell somebody your perspective, and people gonna rock with it. If they listening to me at times, bruh, why wouldn't they listen to you? You see what I'm saying? So I don't think people, they get lazy, and a lot of times they only do shit on Instagram and let everybody take it to YouTube. The only artist that I didn't see him get on YouTube also is Ralphie the Plug and CML, as far as the people I'm in tune to. So those are the only two artists I didn't see get on their YouTube channels too and do certain things on there too. So you know, you utilize all of this social media to promote yourself, especially if you ain't signed in Northern California, because hey, ain't nobody rocking with us, bruh. Rock 47, baby.